This video will discuss chapter 11.3, rotations. So we're going to start talking about this idea of rotations. Let's start with the green circle and we can talk about the L's on the bottom in just a moment. But so I'm starting here at 0 degrees. As I rotate it 90 degrees clockwise, so I'm going to the right, same direction as the clock goes. This would be my 90 degrees. Here would be 180 degrees. Coming back this way, now I'm at 270. And then all the way back to where we started would be 360 degrees. So remember that you can go around a circle multiple times. And so for example, if you went around, if you had a 450 degree rotation, you would go around 360 and then another 90 would get you to 450. So 450 would be the same as 90 degrees. Okay, and I want to start, if you think about like this figure, this L, and if I'm going to rotate it around that point, as I rotate it 90 degrees, this would be my 90 degree rotation, right? Because this is now going to move, kind of come this way. And then I'm going to flip it another 90, so now it's 180 degrees from here. Okay, and then 270 degrees would be to there. And so keep in mind that you can kind of, and then I could obviously shift this another 90 degrees and it would be back up to where it was that we started. We'll kind of take a look at that in a moment. So there's two ways that we can rotate. One is around a point and one is around a vertice and one is around the origin. So I'm going to start with these points and I'm going to kind of move the camera up in just a moment. But I'm going to start with these points, and so I've graphed each of these 4 points onto the graph. Now let me move this, slide this up just a little. My hand looks really big when I do that, huh? Alright, so if I were to rotate this 90 degrees clockwise around the X, around point X, the X point is going to stay the same. Now to find the new Y point, the original Y point was down 1 and then twice 2 to the left. I'm now going to, instead of going down 1, I'm basically going to do the opposite, right? So I'm going to go up 1 and 2 to the right. So this would become my new W. Okay? Then the Z point was 1, 2, 3, 4 down from the X. So now the opposite would be 1, 2, 3, 4 up from the X. And then the Y was to the right 1 and then down 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do the opposite of that. I'm going to go left 1 and then up 1, 2, 3. And so now I should have the exact same shape, but I've rotated it essentially 90 degrees around X. Okay, that's one way. The other rotation then would be around the origin, which is obviously this point. Okay, and so what I'm going to do now is rotate it 180 degrees around the origin, which means it's now going to go from here, 90, 180, it should end up over here. And it's the same idea. If I'm rotating it 180 degrees from the origin, my new X, my original X was 2 to the left of the origin. My new X would be 2 to the right of the origin. So that would be my new X point. My new Y was 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left and 1 down. So I'm now going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right and 1 up, which would put me there. The original Y was 1 to the left and then down 1, 2, 3. So I'm now going to go 1 to the right and up 1, 2, 3, which would put me here. And then the original Z point was 1, 2, right? 2 to the left and then down 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go 2 to the right, 1, 2, and up 1, 2, 3, 4, which puts me here. And so I now should have this same figure that has been rotated from here 180 degrees. I want you to know what used to be, I guess if you want to call this the bottom, is now the top. What used to be the top is now the bottom. Right, and so this blue figure was 180 degrees around the origin, and this red figure was 90 degrees around X, right around point X. So that would be the difference between these two figures. All right, that's all I got for you today on rotations. Thanks very much for watching the video. Don't forget to do the problems on the bottom of the page. See you in class.